Pickering versus the Board of Education was finalized in June of 1968. Board officials in Will County, Illinois terminated science teacher Marvin Pickering from Lockwood High School for writing a letter to the Lockport Herald that criticized the school board's allocation of funds for the upcoming school year. Pickering believed that the school board had not allocated enough money on academic subjects and too much money on the athletic programs. Pickering is quoted as saying, "To sod football fields on borrowed money and then not be able to pay teachers' salaries is getting the cart before the horse." After his termination, Pickering contested his termination as a violation of his First Amendment rights to freedom of speech. On the other hand, the school stated that the letter Pickering wrote was detrimental to the school and the interests of the students it served. The school board claimed that Pickering's letter was detrimental to the efficient operation and administration of the schools of the district. They further claimed that this reasoning was a legitimate reason to terminate Pickering from his position because of his criticism. The Illinois court system supported the school board, believing that teachers were required to keep their beliefs about schools' operation private. The courts stated in regards to Pickering's position as a teacher, which in the absence of such position, he would have an undoubted right to engage in criticism of school board decisions. Pickering believed that his First Amendment rights were violated when he was terminated from his position as a teacher after publishing a letter outlining his disagreement with the decision of the school board. He believed that they had allocated too much of the budget towards athletics and not enough for academics. The Illinois Supreme Court ruled in favor of the school board in 1964, claiming that Pickering's acceptance of a teaching position in the public schools obliged him to refrain from making statements about the operations of the schools, which, in the absence of such position, he would have an undoubted right to engage in. Pickering appealed the ruling to the Supreme Court, and they ultimately ruled with an 8-1 vote that, despite Pickering being a teacher at a public school, he was still entitled and protected under the First Amendment's freedom of speech clause. This includes negative remarks made to superiors and about the operation of school as it is of public interest. The case outcomes led to teachers being able to make statements that may be false by accident or on purpose, but it is not grounds for terminate the teacher. If the statement concerns matters of public interest, being a teacher does not mean the First Amendment of teachers, even if superiors do not agree with the statement. Later Supreme Court cases led to rulings that public employees had no First Amendment rights in accordance with their jobs or duties. However, another case dictated that public employees could testify under oath truthfully without repercussions from their employers. The final outcome of this series of cases was that public employees' First Amendment rights were clarified in relation to their jobs. While they are allowed to disagree with their employers and superiors, they do not have rights in regards to public dissent of their direct duties. But if they clarify that they were writing as a citizen and not in accordance with their jobs, then they have the ability to speak out.